Creature Shock is a cinematic multi-genre shooter, and it was the final game ever released on the 3DO. It received overwhelming hate during its release. A reviewer called Scary Larry even said that it's a poor man's Siberia. The graphics in this game are pretty good. The video quality is definitely better than Burning Soldier, although it's still a bit grainy. But the best part I like about the graphics is the rail shooter sections. One of them relies solely on Mode 7 to do its visuals, and it looks great. The other one uses actual textured polygons. It doesn't look quite as good, but it's still impressive nonetheless. As far as the CGI goes for 1996, this is probably some of the best ever used on the 3DO. It uses actual motion capture for some of its cutscenes, and some of the monster designs look really good. I'd give this a 4 out of 5. Now, I haven't mentioned this before, but this is a horror game, and the music is really dark and moody, which goes perfectly to the tone. But even when the game isn't trying to be atmospheric, this game has some pretty good beats. Even the acting isn't that bad, which is surprising. However, the sound effects that the monsters make can be a bit underwhelming. I guess I'd give this a 4 out of 5 as well. The story is there's massive overpopulation on Earth, so NASA sent out scouting ships to see if there's a planet with the necessary components for mankind to live on. A woman named Dummythick checked out a planet with tentacles, and of course the planet with tentacles killed her, and your mission is to check the distress beacon that she sent out before her unsavory demise. All this is told through surprisingly well animated cutscenes. As far as 3DO goes, it really doesn't get any better than this. 5 out of 5. The gameplay is separated into 3 categories. There's rail shooter sections, light gun sections, and point and click sections. Let's start with the rail shooter sections. They're pretty good. They control well, they're fast paced, and pretty fun. However, they only take up about 10% of the game, which is a shame. Another section that barely takes up any screen time in the game is the light gun section, which is a very good thing because it sucks. Sure, they look good, but they're almost impossible to get past without getting hit. Enemies are everywhere, and they never stop shooting at you. And the gameplay style that takes up the majority of the game is definitely the point and click sections. In this section of the game, you control a cursor, and when you press the B button, it plays a pre-made video of you walking to that designated area. This can get really boring at times because the place is just a giant maze and you'll get lost a lot. There are also boss battles in these sections where you have to shoot their weaknesses, which is usually their eyeballs. The C button makes you perform your shield, which if you time right can be very useful. The B button makes you shoot your normal gun. However, the boss battles like to move around a lot, plus the cursor's way too slow for its own good. They can make it really hard to hit their blind spots. And last but not least, the A button shoots your smart missiles. These hit them every time, and they're really powerful. Be sure not to accidentally push the A button because you only get 3 of them. Sure, you can find more in really hidden areas, but don't use them on something stupid. Treasure them. And what really chaps my anus wrinkle is when you're in a point-and-click section, your itchy trigger finger can accidentally push the A button and it'll use it on nothing. Can't the game at least know that you wouldn't be using it there? And some of these boss battles even have a time limit. If you take too long, it'll play a cutscene where it kills you automatically. And to make matters worse, sometimes if you step in the wrong area, you automatically die. The game doesn't even give you a chance. Yeah, these sections are really challenging, but somehow they're really rewarding. I have no idea, but I just feel really good whenever I beat one. I don't know if it's the atmosphere, but something about this game feels really special. Probably because I keep lowering my standards with 3DO games. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Eddie, let me go back to my home. Without me, everything's all wrong. Eddie, let me go back to my home. Let me put things back where they belong. Eddie, let me go back to my home. Without me, everything's all wrong. Eddie, let me go back to my home.